Well, everyone, TheOntarioGardener here, back with another episode of Factorio Space Age. We are back on Volcanus, and I just want to give you guys what I've been doing off camera. It's a lot of just shuffling around. Now, if you remember, we talked about Fulgora and shipping, accumulators there. So that's set up. We have about 1,000, 1,200, but all this is full again. So the system that we had that was working so good isn't working so good now. It's like kind of broken. Like we're out of ice. We're out of like a lot of stuff. So basically here the issue is we're out of supercapacitors. We're out of supercapacitors because we're out of green circuits. Green circuits we're out of because we have nothing set up to make green circuits. We have some in reserve, not a lot. Now, do we have a lot of iron? Yes. Do we have a lot of copper? No, we have 0 copper. Do we have a lot of these? No, we don't, because we smelted them or recycled them all down. So this is where we're running into issues with this. We have tons of this stuff, tons of this, all from your recycling. Tons of not tons of plastic. Yeah, tons of plastic, tons of steel. Eventually, we're gonna have to ship this stuff somewhere. I don't know what we're gonna do with it. No idea. And, because this stuff, its rocket capacity is 1,000, so you could send up a row at a time. But, I mean, you're talking rockets and rockets and rockets, and I don't have any. I do need to make a better space cruiser than this. That's going to eventually be the one that goes back and forth between the planets. That is like your cargo ship, because you can add on your cargo bays on. Do I have them on this one? No. And then I don't know how much does a cargo bay add to it. That I don't even know. It adds how many slots? 20 slots. It adds 20 slots. And because here we have, 20 slots or 20 rows. Hold on. 20 slots or 20 rows? Inventory size bonus. 20. That's 20 rows, not 20 pieces. That wouldn't make any sense. Because 20 is only 20 is 2 rows, so maybe it is only 2 rows, or it's 20 rows, which would literally take it way down, which it could be. I've seen some people have really crazy big setups. In any case, we got to do something like that. But what we got to eventually do is have multiple spaceships running, one going from Novice to Volcanus, one going from Novice to Fulgora, and then one going from Fulgora to Novice to Volcanus. And just shipping items back and forth. That's basically what we have to do eventually. We're not there yet. It's fine. We haven't even gotten to Gleba yet, or Gleba. I think I call it Gleba. We haven't even gotten there yet. And I know I said, and I think in one of the last videos, hey, we're going to get to that today. We will get to it in this episode. But what I wanted to show you is, if you look at this, well, you might say, wow, there's a lot of concrete around. Yeah, there is. I ditched the whole nuclear setup, and I got rid of basically all fossil fuel power. We have our solar power, which is still running here in this. Yeah, these turbines, this is the way to go if you have sulfuric acid. So back on Novice, this is almost the way to go. You basically take sulfuric acid with, you have to ship calcite back. So maybe don't look at it that way. But this setup right here, if it's running completely, we are producing. That's not. Ooh, how do I judge that then? Does it not tell you how much power we're putting out? Oh, it doesn't tell us how much power. Oh, it tells us, what it's going to do. It's going to tell us how much power in here. These are putting at, well, each one is 5.82 times 90. So you're talking 450, 540, say around 500 megawatts. You're putting out around, well, it's going up right now. Look, not 500 megawatts. 5 megawatts times 90. Wait, what? How does that make any sense? 450, it should be a few hundred, but I think it's just not going up to the full potential. Yeah, because they're not putting it out. Yeah. So we can definitely put out that amount, around 500 megawatts. With this, which is like, this is insane, by the way. Ship a whole load of calcite back to Novice and boom, you're set. But again, once you get nuclear up and running, Basically, once you have some Covrix enrichment going, which we have, where we have our Covrix going right here, you know, this is backed up full 100%. Why is there coal there? That I don't know. Something is muffed there. I don't know. And then we have our Covrix enrichment. This is, I don't know what the heck happened here. What? How did that get on that line? Ooh, what happened here then? Oh, it's because this is full. Like we have insane amounts of, where are we actually making our rocket fuel at? Up here. Like this is full. This is just insane amount. Look, it's just full. Everything's full. We have thousands and thousands of it, which you don't need thousands. So once you get to that rate, you know, back on novice here, let's go back to where I was for our power. Each one of these is putting at 120 megawatts because they each have a neighbor bonus. So right here, we're putting out 480 megawatts. Basically, it's unlimited at this point, unlimited power, because we'll never have less than, like, we have thousands and thousands of thousands of uranium-235, and the way that it works here is all you need is one uranium-235 to make 10 fuel cells. So for every 1,000 we have, for every stack we have here, we're gonna have 10 stacks of fuel. If you look at it that way, like each one of these makes 1,000. So that's 10,000, 20, like or something like that. It's a freaking ridiculous. It's a ridiculous amount of power that we have. This is still because we have no modules. This one's flashing because, oh yeah, we have no modules. We have no module making on this planet. This is basically stopped. Like there's nothing happening here, mainly because we're not getting any purple science or pink science back. We have your space science. Well, space science is here. We have all the sciences. Right now we're just working on productivity stuff. Like these give you every time you research one of these, it gives you productivity on processing units by 10%. Everyone's 10%. It's unlimited research, so 10%, 10%, 10%. But and then this here is going to be worker robust speed, which again, this is going to be what? This is 65% every time. You know, so the super construction stuff, that's like a modded thing. That's not in the main game. But you know, we're not rolling out production yet of anything. We do have production going on Volcanus, but last episode, what I said I was going to do is I'm going to do a remodel. So let's show you the remodel. I cleaned up everything. This isn't up and running. Like nothing's working here. Everything is just stopped. Nothing's running. I mean, you have beacons and stuff that draw tons of power just by sitting there, but our foundries are drawing no power because nothing's work. Everything's full, I should say. So I redid basically everything besides this. This will be next. So as I said, I have basically one input here of lava. I have it going straight all the way across. I have all my things dumping from it. Now again, this is where having these substations are kind of not really nice, because you have things split up into blocks. Now, the other way around it would be to say delete all of the ones in the middle, put these closer, and then just kind of stick these in where they go. But I don't know. I like it like this. And I have things beaconed up here just to kind of fit this. These are semi-beaconed. This isn't beaconed at all because we don't need it beaconed. And then we're making everything that we need. All the stuff that you can make from a foundry, we're making. We have LDS. We have no plastic yet. Of course, LDS here. Here we're making iron. Here we're making sticks. Here we're making iron gear wheels, which we have tons of. And all my storage that I had. I had so much storage over here and so many, like, tons and tons of boxes here. Well, imagine what that looked like when I was moving all this stuff, because all those gear wheels had to go somewhere. So I put buffer chests up, and then I put requester chests and blah, blah, blah. We still have a lot of just stuff that doesn't have a spot yet. It will have a spot eventually. It just, be patient. Like, there's just stuff everywhere. I'm only requesting 5 of these. I'm not even requesting any of these. I must not be requesting these for some odd reason. Yeah, I have 8 on the way now. There you go. So, and we have about, what, 13, just shy of 1,300 Logi bots. And then the construction bots aren't really useful. Well, they were useful because what I did here is I blew up all the cliffs. Remember, I had so many cliffs here. I blew them all up, and I put concrete, or I put refined concrete down. It looks nicer than the regular concrete, but guess what? Now we're out of stone. The reason why we're like, why you out of stone? You had like thousands of it. Well, because I went a little gung-ho with all the landfill. Each landfill is 50 pieces. So every one of these is 5,000 stone. So multiply that by, 1,000 times 5,000. That's 5. Is that right? 5,000, 10,000, 20,000, 30,000, 50,000, 100,000, 200,000, 400,000. Like, it's just a ridiculous amount of stone that we went through, because we get it. But this will keep running. Eventually we'll get our stone back. We need it for more concrete, blah blah, because these things are byproducts of stone, and once this is up and running, we'll be good to go. Some things like this, where we have thousands and thousands of these, I have circuit connection set up. Basically we have 19,000 in here. Like, this isn't going to start putting things in here until all these other bins, which are connected to these four, are at 0. Because we got to use it. But trust me, we will. So I got that. I got our steel. These aren't like ratio that crazy, but these work. We have our pipe. We have our underground pipes. Here we have our copper. See, I had to kind of go around this, which again, I wouldn't. It's fine. It's fine. Could have backed this off a little bit, I guess. But then with the beacon, because we're beaconing the copper cable. I actually thought we had a lot more copper cable. We only have 1,000 because we used it all. So that's beaconed. Is it necessary? No, but the reason why I left space for all of this stuff here is so we can beacon this even more if we really need to. And we have to also start working on, I'm going to show you that in a second, our tier 3 modules. Here we have set up for our tungsten plate, which is going to be useful. Well, it's used for science, because if you click on it like that, used for science. So we need tungsten plate and tungsten cardboard. Both come from tungsten ore. So you can make tungsten plate in a foundry just by smelting down molten iron and then the tungsten ore. And then to make the tungsten carbide, you take tungsten ore again, you take sulfuric acid, which is endless on this planet, and we take carbon, and you make carbon from, guess what, sulfuric acid and coal. So we have a bit of a one-to-one setup. This is a one-to-one setup. Again, we have a lot of this, and again, this is set up so that when this is under 1,000, blah, 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 which actually I should always take this out, dump it all in here. Oh, I didn't want to do that. Whoops. Whoopsies. Never mind. That's not what I wanted to dump it all into here, but okay. It doesn't matter. It's fine. Carbon, same thing with carbon. This is all of our excess carbon that we've collected, and then we have carbon in here. This should actually be at like 2,000. We don't have any more, but just in case we get more, it's fine. And I have circuit conditions set to all these things. And our sulfuric acid here, I have more lava, and if we need it, sulfuric acid is crazy. I didn't touch any of this yet because you can't really clean this up. Cleaned it up slightly. I got rid of the big builds. This eventually I'll change around as well. Got rid of all this up here. I brought this belt of tungsten ore down to feed into these two machines. It could have been done a little bit nicer, I guess, but it's fine. And then over here, I just started putting in, this here's our circuit array. 1 to 6 is what you need, because each one of these takes, I'll try to think, 2 every 6 seconds, but if you have 6 of them, it's 2 per second, and this thing right here is spitting out 1 every half second, so 2 per second. That's basically what this is. And if you use a max rate calculator on this, and this is not using tier 3 modules, tier 2 modules, we're producing 26 per second. And that may not seem like a lot, but that seems crazy to me. That seems crazy to me. Nope, that seems just crazy to me. If we hover over all, these aren't fully beaconed yet, so if it shows that we're producing 12 per second, which is a lot. Which also means we need 14 plastic. Oh, I can't do it like that, and I can't click it like that way. Okay, and plastic, mind you, plastic. Remember, we need 12. What did I say? 12 per second or something. This you get 2 every 1 second. So you only need 6 machines, 7 machines. But the issue is the petroleum gas. You're gonna need. Well, let's see. If you have 6 machines, is 120 per second. Well, how do you get 120 per second? This is 55 per 5 seconds. This is, it's going to take we got to figure out the best way to set this up. Either it's going to be this liquefaction, which I think it might be, or it'll be this one. Or no, sorry, it'll be this one. This gives you heavy oil from calcite and coal. This gives you 10 coal and steam. Steam's easy. Steam you make with calcite and sulfuric acid. So steam's free. Heavy oil, all you gotta do is build one of these just to jumpstart this. That's all you basically have to do. It's not hard at all. And then I gotta figure out what you get more out of. 90, 20 to 10. But use 25. So you're only getting 65. So it's 65, 20, 10 in 5 seconds. 60, 25, 10. Or you're getting 50 in 5 seconds. So to me, this makes a lot more sense because you're not using calcite, you're just using coal. We have a lot of coal. So to me, we're going to be setting this up and we're going to be cracking all this down, and eventually we got to get like a crap ton of freaking petroleum. Because we're going to need a lot of plastic, because plastic is going to go into red circuits. Plastic's going to go into LDS. This stuff isn't needed on this planet, so it's kind of irrelevant, but we still need... this is on Gleba, so it's kind of irrelevant here. So, yeah, we need a lot of plastic, because this takes 5 per one. This takes 2 per one of these. So if we're putting out... how many we're using? Well, using whatever it is. I don't know what it says. It's irrelevant. And then up here, I started putting this in to get our speed module 3s. I don't have the productivity level 3 module research because I need to have the GOO science, agriculture science, to get that. That's kind of our bottleneck for that, which we do on Gleba, which we're gonna get to it eventually. I know I've been trying. Like some people rush through the planets just to get to them. I want to do that. I want to set this up properly. That's why I'm doing a lot of this stuff off camera, which I'm sure you guys can understand why. I'm not sure which one of these is the one that you don't really need, because these are all lined up. I guess it's neither one of these are right, because one would go here. It doesn't matter. I still have tons of them. And yeah, and I got rid of all this other stuff. So if you look at the map, yeah, I don't know if we can't see this, but this is full. This is fine. We have this. None of this exists anymore. Eventually it will. Like we're going to do more steam, more this, blah, 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 more water, etc. Power, we're good. We have this whole area here that we can build on if we really want to, because I got rid of all the cliffs. I blew the freaking cliffs up. We have mining down. This is all coal, by the way. We have like thousands and thousands here. And then down here, this is my battery and accumulator production, which I haven't touched yet. I haven't done anything with them yet because that's full. That's full. And then this one up here is full. And that's tons. And I'm not going to worry about going back to Fulgora until I have this planet completely self-sustaining, where I don't have to do anything to it. It's just going to run and make science. And make rocket. Be able to make rockets. So that's kind of where we're at, guys. What we could do today, or well, actually, yeah, I can, because I'm on this planet. How many? I have 30 chem plants. How many chem plants do we actually have in the system? We don't have that many. We only have 5. Is that right? We only have 5 of those. I'm requesting 20. Yeah, we need to make some more of these. Can we make these? We need stone brick. I don't think we actually have any stone brick, do we? We have 8 stone brick. That is not going to do it. So the issue is like we're waiting on stone. We can't get stone until these start running. We can't get. Well, we could do it a little bit. We could do a little bit. Well, I'll do it off camera because I want to come back and I want to get to Gleba in this episode. And knowing me, we're going to end up talking too long. So I'm actually get rid of this one. No, I won't. Because up here is where I'm planning on doing my coal liquefaction and getting my petroleum set up. I may have to kind of like this. I can move all this up to here and come across, and then I may do that and get rid of all this, which would be the way you do it is you just go make this as big as possible. Right, and then all we got to do is just go up to here and just go over, because I can fly over these now. It's not a big deal. That's probably way too high anyway. And then I just drag this. The bots aren't going to do anything because, there's nothing to do it with. And then we can just move this. We can just move this to here. And I'm just going to go through those right now because I don't really want to deal with them otherwise. And then what we can do is we can just slap this here. Put a, I don't have a steel chest there, but put a chest. Actually, no, I don't have to do that. I don't have to do that at all because the bots are just going to take it away anyway, so it's fine. Because they're going to take it to me, and I don't use it, so they're going to, the Logi bots are going to take it and dump it right, well, back to where we have requester chests, which are going to be down here. So it's fine. Bye-bye. Thank you. My bots will come back. So that's good. We have that set up. We can actually do a little bit of this. And maybe even pave over to this a little bit. Something like that. And the bots will do this when I get to it. Oh, for those of you wondering how cliff explosives work, you set a deconstruction planner to cliffs. And you basically, we want to go up to here, you do this, and your bots take them out and just, like, they place charges in a sense and just blow them the heck up. I don't think you take damage if you stand there either. And we also have all of this crap to get rid of, but the problem is, I don't know how to make it not erase that. This is to erase that. So if we go, not cliffs, this one. No. So I want to blacklist this so it's not going to destroy those. I think that's what that does. Nope. And then I want to whitelist. I guess if I do it like that would probably work, right? Nope. How do I, hold on, so blacklisting doesn't do it. There's never these entities, everything. So it should do these. Yes, right. So you just drag this like this to get rid of this stuff, right? I'm trying to think. Because I don't want to get rid of the rocks, this. That's why if you go to here, you could whitelist it too, but you want to blacklist it, and you said to never. So that means these will never be removed using this tool, which is exactly what I want. I want to get rid of all this crap. And this stuff isn't in the Logi network, so we're gonna have to fix that, which is not hard. Just basically go like this, boom. There's the one, and the other one's gonna be, well, let's get my bot up here to do this. Come on, thank you. Put everything in the network, man. Oh, I can't build on the lava though, so I gotta put it here. That stinks. But anyway, this is the point I'm getting at is we're gonna set up our coal liquefaction, everything up here. I could even move this over further because the only thing that's here, there's nothing here. There's a little bit of calcite. That's it. I could just move all this whole setup over here to the edge and gives me, but I don't really need the space here. Once we get to it, then I'll do it. But for now, we're good. So I'm gonna go back to off camera. I'm gonna set up our production here for our petroleum. Basically, what we're making out of this petroleum, and I'm probably going to use beacons. I don't have a lot of modules. I have a lot of, sorry, I was cracking my knuckles on my head. Sorry, I have a lot of productivity modules. I don't have a lot of speed modules because we need plastic, and plastic will be set up probably over here. And then I got to be careful because I want plastic to go. Well, no, plastic will go here, and then this will go to here. We don't have blue circuits yet, so we're going to have to go to blue circuit. We need a blue circuit setup, but I'm going to do blue circuits like this. I'm going to have a crazy beacon setup. But yeah, we're getting there, guys. We're getting there. And then eventually all these will be, all these will be recycled. And if you're wondering, right now, this isn't beaconed properly, but right now we're getting one every, this is per minute. We're going to get 4 per minute. Right, which is not the greatest. These take 1 minute to craft, so we're basically quadrupling this. Our speed is 230%, and we have, so you can't, the thing is you can't put productivity in these, which I think is kind of crappy, but I guess I get it. I wish you could, but you can't. So, and then the quality stuff, I haven't gotten into quality yet, so I'm just gonna leave it alone. So anyway, I mean, actually, it may be beneficial, honestly. Let me think. Speed 50%, speed 30%, but there's a hard cap. So you know what we might do? We might just turn that off for right now. Let's just try to pump out a few hundred of these. I think that is a good idea. I want this to be 200. I think that's a good way to look at, to do it first. That way we can make these later. We don't need to make it. Why not have any in here? Oh, we have speed module level 1s in here. So what I can do is I can actually dump those in there. I still need red and blue chips. So we're not there yet, but it's fine. Fine. I was I gonna slap this radar down too. I don't know. Okay, so that's the goal here. We got blue circuits to set up. Do we need blue circuits for these? We do. Blue circuit build, petroleum, crack. Well, we basically have to do coal liquefaction, cracking, petroleum, and then plastic, blue circuits, and then this stuff is going to start running again. Then all this is going to really start running, which is good. And then this will probably move. So there's a lot to do. And it's like, well, why didn't you start that way? Because remember we landed here, we hardly had anything. This is all has to be redone. Like we have a lot to do, and we'll get there. We'll get there, guys. So I'm going to take a quick break here. When we come back, all of this, what I was describing, is going to be done, and hopefully this production is, I mean, it's going to tap out eventually because we don't have, like, this only uses so many circuits, right? But eventually we need. I love this mech armor, by the way. Eventually down here we're out completely. Each one of these, each rocket, each ship to go up needs 100 of these. So we need 200 per send up, and then we have to send it up with this. Like this goes up, and I mean we have tons of this, right? By the way, this would run, but we have tons of it. This is 1,000 per stack size, so you know we need a lot. We need a lot. LDS, we're tapped out with what we have here. We don't need any more ammo. These are like so. Right now, this is stopped. Or basically, this I can get rid of. Honestly, we're basically not doing anything right now because we got to get building. So I'm gonna do that off camera. If I don't stream anymore. If I stream, I do it on stream, but I don't stream, and I like it just because I can put my radio or I can put the TV on, and just kind of watch sports or wrestling, and just kind of play. Like I like having fun. So anyway, guys, we're gonna come right back, and then all this will be done, hopefully, or I might want to pop in here or there, and then we can actually start doing some real work on this planet, because this has to be self-sustaining 100% before I really want to go to Gleba. But we may. I said, I promised in this episode we will. So maybe we'll at least get to Gleba. We'll at least send a ship there. Will I land on it? I really don't want to, because there's no way to get back up, and I don't like doing things remotely. I like being on the planet. So we'll see. We may take a drive-by. We'll see what we can do, because if you remember, we're on Vacanus now, so we can go right to Gleba. This is 15. We can go right there. Humid, swampy planet with deep bogs, snaking hills. It's a very pretty planet, if that makes sense. I can't click on it because we haven't gotten there yet. I don't have to land on it to be able to click on it. We just have to get there. And right now, all of our ships are here. So, this, I don't need this anymore. This is fine. This is fine. This is fine. So, yeah, we're either going to take this one or we're going to take this one, which this is my first ship, and this is probably not even ready to go anywhere. Yeah, this is way not. Yeah, this isn't good because we redid basically all this. So I'm going to probably just scrap this eventually. Do something with it. And then this one here, this is just going to sit here and do science. And everything's backed up right now because we're not taking science. We have thousands. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like probably 6,500 here. Because we're not doing anything with it. Because we don't need it. If you look on here, look how full this is. We don't need it. We have no room for all this science. Like we have tons of it here, right? Question is, if I take one of these, oh no. I want to take one of these and put this here and put it here. What does that do? So how many rows did that add? Right here, we're right here, okay? So it adds 2 rows, because it does actually add 20 whatever then. So theoretically, I could probably bring down 8,000, and it'll just start freaking fall. Look at that, 6,000 on the way. Look at this sucker right here. Watch, boom, boom, boom. Look, it's gone, and now this is running again. So it basically all it's doing is making science. These are being pulled in. What we don't need is being spit right back out, and we're making science here. That's all we're doing. That's all we're doing. Look at all this. Look at all this freaking science. There's so much science here. So all these dudes add. These are good though. They really add a lot of space. But anyway, man, we got freaking stuff everywhere here. We even have platforms. Things you can't ship these to space. You can't ship these to space. Because too heavy for a rocket, which makes sense. Because otherwise you would just ship one of those up and then you'd be able to launch yourself right back off. Everything else can go on the planet, especially your landing pad. This is just rocket capacity is 1 because it doesn't give you a weight. It'd be cool if these things would give you a weight to them, but they kind of don't. Which I guess I get that why they don't. Because that'd be so many more calculations that are kind of irrelevant, right? Anyway, let's take a quick break, and we're going to come back in an instant here, and then we're going to continue on with our build, and then get to Gleba at some point in this episode. I hope. Okay, so we're back. Between the first part of this episode and this part of the episode, I probably put in 15 hours. I had a huge setup going here. Yeah, I'm not on volcanoes, by the way. I had a huge setup here. You can kind of see where everything was crazy beaconed, and we were pumping out a lot of circuits. And we were doing that for a couple reasons. One is to launch rockets for your blue circuits, and also to make these C module 3s. But we are out of what are we out of? We're out of blue. No, we're out of blue circuits. How are we out of blue circuits? What are we out of here? We are out of something that I don't know what. We're out of speed module 2s. That doesn't make any sense. How are we out of blue circuits? No. Why is it set to 10? What the heck? Why is it set to 10, man? Anyway. Yeah, anyway. So we had this crazy big build, and what happened is we just died. Our power just died. Like, we have a pretty good solar section going on here. Nothing crazy, by the way. But I was like, you know what? In the last episode, I talked about the nuclear business. Oh, I got rid of all that. That was over here somewhere. It's gone. What we did in turn is we put in some steam turbines. And they pump out, what do they put out? Well, right now they can put out a maximum of 5.8 megawatts. Right now we're only using about, 400 megawatts. But our system can support 1.7 gigawatts. So we have, well, now about 1.8. When the solar goes up, this goes up. And then these go down. Because solar will always take precedence, in a sense, over your fuel power. And then I do have a backup here of steam engines for burning coal. So you have up to 2 gigawatts of potential power when these kick on and when these are full. So we kind of fixed our power problem. And then I went and redesigned some things. We have some coal liquefaction going on here, and we're making that to make petroleum, and we're making water, of course, petroleum to make our plastic, which we have. I guess we can't do it that way because we're not putting it in chests. We're just putting it on belts. And then just imagine all of these having beacons all around them like these. That's what killed our power, because at one point we had something like 400 or 350 of these, and it was just insane the amount of power we were drawing, and we were dead in the water. So we really cut back, but you know what? It's still working. Even though these are going slow, they're still working. Everything's still keeping up what we need to right now. We have a bit more of these builds. Now, if I would redo these, I'd have to beacon this differently, because one of these fully beacon is not enough for one of these fully beacons. So the way you do that really is you take away beacons here, because here we're putting out 86.4, and we only need 65 for this current setup. This one we're putting out, 83, and here we're using 40 per second, and this is 86 per second. So, and then this one here is actually buffering up to go to here, which is your reds, right? And these are bringing in 7.5. So we have enough. We have enough of everything right now. You can see these aren't enough because you're only outputting 40 per second because of the way that things. Well, the way that these things work. I don't have it balanced properly, but these are 60 items per second, but we have 2 belts. It's 120. So 3 of these would be right around that 120 roughly. So 3 of these beaconed would fill 2 of these express or turbo trans. I guess the blue ones are express. The green ones are turbo transport belts. So if you're looking for a ratio, somehow 3 of these will fill 2 of these, but 1 of these overfills 1 of them. So it's a 3 to 2. how this used to be when with these, but now you can do it directly with beaconing and stuff like that. Because these things here, they have a built-in. I mean, look how fast this is going. And the reason why this isn't keeping up is because of how the grabbers are working. Grabbers aren't changed. I mean, maybe you can upgrade. I don't think you can upgrade the grabber speed, because right now I have 3. And like it's just, I'm trying out how to explain it. Is I'm putting out more than I need for. Actually, no, I'm not. 86. Right, I am. But the thing is, though, you can't put more than 60 on a belt. So we're outputting 86, and 86 is too much. So I guess if I'd redo this, I'd have 2 belts going up, and then I'd have some grabbers here, and I'd have some here. You could you could really redo this, because really one of these needs its own belt. Like 2, you know what I mean? One needs 2 because of the amount. So that's why this isn't fully optimized. But you know what? It's fine. Doesn't matter. When these things are rolling, we are using a bit more power. And then down here, we did this. Here's a bit of a, not a bust, but again, some of this stuff is beaconed or was beaconed. Not to get a 100% ratio on things. Like this takes in, this is producing 9.3 per second. But as you look, all these are full. That's why they're not moving. These are all full. While this one's not full because it's set to a certain amount. Same thing with this one. It's set to a certain amount, which is why it's not full up. But everything else is stopped because we're not launching rockets. And here we're making solar panels. Now I know beacons use power regardless if they're being on or not. So that's a bit of an annoying thing. Now I know you can set up power switches somewhere. I don't even know where the heck that would even be. So you could set up power switches. Basically, you'd have a bunch of things in one area, and you'd have a power switch set to them. So say like once you drop below a certain amount of power, the power turns off or something. I don't know. I don't know how to do that stuff, so I don't bother doing it. And then down here, this is the same here. I got rid of all my beacons for batteries because we have so much. We have so many of all of these. Transport belts, or I should say the turbo belts. I have, each one of these is 1,000, so I got a 4.8. Well, it tells you right here. I have 4.8 thousand. Here I have 200 and some. Here I have what? 69, huh? Funny. Because I have it set up to only have, actually, this should be running. Oh, it's because we're not making other ones. Why are we not making other ones? Because we're not making any of these, because we're not making these, because we don't have materials for these. So there you go. So, but I mean, this is just minor stuff. This isn't contributing to our science. In our science, speaking of science, yeah, we have a lot. Like, I'm not even, this isn't even all turned on, and I have a lot, and then you're like, oh, that's not a lot. Yeah, it is. It's a lot. Trust me, because back on Novice here, if you look over here, like this is full, this is full, this is full, this is full. I'm going to show you my space science maker in a sense. I have transport belts that are, those ones aren't full, but I have other ones here that are, they're not full, but there's a lot in them. There's a lot of each of all these things. And here's basically everything that's needed to make a, that's there, a preliminary science platform. Here I put a bunch of, this could be, eventually I'll rework all of this. I just don't need it. Right now, we're not struggling with anything except pink science. As you see, everything's backed up. I'm still having issues with my blue science, and it's because of my sulfur. And the reason why is because of my sulfur. I have no sulfur. And the reason why is because over here, where our sulfur is, where is our sulfur at? No, it's not our sulfur. It is our sulfur, and it's because, where's sulfur at? I'm making it somewhere. Here. The issue is we need petroleum. You say, well, why don't we have petroleum? Because it's empty. The reason why it's empty is because this is empty. So we're basically have depleted these. Now, what I should do is I should have in the beginning, well, not beginning, but I could productivity module these and then beacon them, which would be faster. But you can see how slow they're going because right now we're mining at, we're going 15 per second, 18 per second. Like we're 9 per second. Like we're basically, they're not infinite sources. Like they're just not. Luckily, we have one up here that's 2,000 yield. This yield here is only 800. So this is almost 3 times the yield. So at some point, when we come back to Novice, we're going to have to, retap this. But again, for now, it's fine. it's fine because we're doing a little bit of research. I'm just kind of I don't even need to do this honestly. I'm not doing infinite research yet because we're not set up to we don't have a supply chain for that. Plus we have to go to Gleba, which I know I said we're going to do in this episode. I don't think we're going to do that because we're not going to have time. And it looks like I actually exhausted all of this. That's the thing with this other planet stuff. Now, I probably have close to 100 hours in this game. We can check. I have 93 hours. No, I have 93 hours. It's like that's a lot. That's a lot of hours for me. I don't know if I've ever played a playthrough. And the thing is I'd love to come back here and use the new machines. Where are we at down here? Like just use some of these new machines. Like using the scrap to get rid of some stuff we don't need, using electromagnetic plant. We also have other things that we haven't even discovered yet. We also have the big mining drill to really start producing. But I don't know where the level is going to go with that because I'd love to work back here on Novice and just do non space age science. But the idea behind this is that you want to set up your planets where that are basically self-sufficient. And self-sufficient in the sense that you're going to get science. We're not on Vulcanus, so I have to just do it like this. But basically, this is set up for the most part. But we also want to make transport or make belts because the thing is, these belts they can only be made here. So that's like a side quest in a sense. You want to make belts here. These three things you can only make here. If you go in here, it tells you here you can only make foundries. Granted, you can't use foundries. Well, can you use foundries anywhere else? Yes. Yeah, you can. Of course you can. You don't have to use... You don't have molten anything. You can use... this rest... No, you can't use the molten ones. You can use... Well, you need this to make big mining drills. You see you have to make mining drills here. Heck, you could even... Well, you don't want to make pipes here. But this is where you make... These have to be made here. These can be made anywhere, which is why it says just made in a foundry. This says made in a foundry on Vulcanus. So that's the thing with here. And also this is made here, and this isn't actually made here. Because I don't know where, like, you make this from getting this, and you get this from, where are we at here? Holmium ore. Holmium ore is just, you get it from... you get it from these things, Fulgorite and Fulgorite. Well, so that's on Fulgoris. So you don't actually, as far as I know, there's no actual mines of this stuff on Fulgora, which I don't really understand. Because if there were, it would tell you that it appears on Novice, and it would gather from stone infinite, right? Technically, it's not infinite, but you know what I mean. So I don't really know where to get it. That's kind of a bottleneck, which is, I think, with a lot of people are having that bottleneck. At least I am. So, anyway, here we are. And one little thing I've learned also is that if you have things that you don't want, like you have two... can I dump anything in here? Wait, how do I take something out of here? If I do that, and if I dump... I can't do that. So anyway, if you have stuff you don't want, you dump in here, you can throw it overboard. You can throw it into the lava, and it just burns it up. So that's a good way to get rid of stuff. I guess what I could do to demonstrate... I can't. That's a provider test. Okay, here I'll do it like. Is that gonna work? Here, I'll do it like this. Watch. This isn't gonna matter. I mean, hopefully I have one of these somewhere that we built. Come on, there. See, it just basically throws it into the to the lava ocean, so it goes away. So, anyway, and we're making landfill. This is where you had so much stone. Well, yeah, make landfill out of that, and you can make landfill anywhere. Basically, you make it use these. But it's 50 stone per. But it's a good way to use a landfill. And I have a feeling on Gleba, we need a lot of landfill. So it's good to have, a few thousand. Because every planet has something unique or something that's easy to produce that eventually you're going to set up a shipping network for. So before I get into my shipping networks, let's take one quick look at Fulgora. Now, Fulgora is... I may just be missing something here with Fulgora. Because I still run into the problem of lack of resources for something. Like we're lacking something here. And what are we lacking? Let's see. What are we lacking? We're lacking water. No, we're not lacking water. No. No. We are lacking this. Holmium ore. So basically, we can't make any more science because we're lacking holmium solution. Holmium solution is, well, not made there. Holmium solution is made here, but it's made with holmium ore. We don't have holmium ore. And you get holmium ore from what? From recycling. So I thought I had a good recycling setup here. The problem is everything fills up so fast. Like, and the way that I'm doing this is I have a circuit condition set that scrap is only put on the belt when there's less than 100 scrap on this belt. Because what's happening is, I have it set up that the scrap is being processed, and then that's coming out on the inside of the belt, and then this setup is picking it up, of course. And then when it hits a certain threshold, like here, I want to have 1,000 copper plate. Well, I could change this when this is at 4,000, right? But it's like I don't get the ice. Like I'm full on ice. I'm full on concrete. I'm full on fuel, and like I don't know. I mean, I guess do you just craft things to craft them? Now I think here the answer, though, honestly, is I think you use this stuff to try to get quality items. You take your excess whatever. I don't know what I guess I have to look up to see. I'm not sure where you find that at. Like, are there quality? Oh, I don't have one. Are there quality of these things? I don't know. I guess you look online. It's almost like they'd support. They'd be able to take so much more power. I know things like grabbers. I think you can. Or inserters, or whatever. Everybody calls them grabbers. Like, it doesn't say anything about quality, and that's where I'm a little bit confused with quality, because we can make this stuff easily. We have this stuff. You can make this anywhere. You can make this anywhere. This you have to make. Where do you have to make this at? Do you have to make this? Oh, you can make this anywhere, but you need the superconductors, which you make on Vulcan, or what you make on Fulgora here. So it's like I don't really know. I mean, yeah, I guess you could just craft items to use up stuff and then just recycle them, but I don't know. It just seems I don't know. It just seems kind of counterintuitive to me. But maybe that's the way to start doing it. Is start taking some of turn my ult back on. Take some of these resources, because everything's from the ground up, right? So if you take, I don't know how it works. So you can recycle steel, but I think basically it gives you for every 7 or 8 steel you put in, you get 1 back. But I'm trying to think of what's a quality item. I guess everything's a quality item eventually. If you want to start making assemblers, making miners, you can't make miners here though. You can make you can't make these here either. You can't make these here either. But you know what I'm getting at, right? So maybe that's how you're supposed to do it. I got to read up, because this is working. It's just things fill up, and I mean, yes, I could add more storage, but that just seems counterintuitive to what we're supposed to be doing. So here's full grade ore coming in. Now, am I going to be able to grab it? That's the problem, because everything's so full here. Let's see if this grabs. It should grab it, obviously. There you go. And as soon as it's going to put it in, it's going to bam, take it and dump it here. So that's the bottleneck that I'm having here is dealing with the overflow stuff. You can't just throw it in the water. I mean, I guess you could collect and export it somewhere, but I mean, I don't know, honestly. But the way this setup is set up is we are producing. We're only low on a couple things, and it's only by less than 1%. So I don't even bother with this, honestly. So, but what we're producing when it's running 1.2 electric magnetic science packs per second, 1.2 per second. That's being made in here. You only get 1. It's not like somewhere you get 3 or 2 out of it. You get 1 for 1. And it's just a solution because we need the ore. And now, I guess I did turn a lot of the ore into plate, which was a mistake. Because you only use the plate to make... Well, you use the plate to make these things. Actually, we could make a bunch of these. But the problem with reinforced concrete, what the problem with that is it takes iron. Or it takes... concrete takes iron ore. And iron ore, it's like, what do you got to do? You got to ship it in? It's like, this is some of the stuff, because you can't... It only appears on novice. That's it. You can spoilage from iron bacteria, but we don't have that here, and you get it from this. I gotta know. This is stuff that I'm kind of... This is advanced thrust. Oh, this is not what we want. So, I don't know how much actually iron ore we have here. Excuse me. I don't think a lot. Like you get iron ore from. You get it from. Sorry. What? Oops. Sorry. You get it from where? From the volcanic rocks. Like that's where you get it from. So it's almost like you have to go all the way around everywhere, and just that one doesn't have any in it. This one doesn't. This one doesn't. Do these have it in it? And these have the holmium. I guess you do that, but you don't mine that stuff. Like you just you can't mine this. You just pick it up. And maybe that's part of it too. You go pick it up everywhere, which is a big pain in the freaking socks if you ask me. Like this is nothing. This stuff. So I don't know. I'm trying not to look too much online for things, and maybe I have to start doing that. But I just want to give you guys like this. See how this setup is here with all this, with everything's covered. I'm sure why there's two here, doesn't matter. And this is like this. This is a good setup that I'm starting to kind of use, and I'm actually using a blueprint. What is that? That's what the heck? That's not what I wanted. I wanted. Oh, it's only my other thing. It's not here. Shoot. I was gonna say there should be a blueprint here, but it's not on this one. Or that late. Oh, I know I have to have it somewhere. Maybe it's got to be in one of these boxes. But where you basically have a grid. Where is the rest of my stuff at? I know I dumped stuff in a box somewhere. I don't know where the heck the box is now. Is it in here? No, this is all used. Oh. Oh, because I have alt mode off. Shoot. Yeah, so where is that blueprint? Here it is. This is the blueprint I wanted. Let's just dump some of this. I don't need any of this stuff here. Let's get rid of this. Yes, my blueprint. Where are you? 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 Here. This blueprint here. Actually, we should be able to dump all this off too, and it should request it where it needs to go. This blueprint, and if you snap it to grid, you can basically just click and drag it everywhere. You have to align the grid so that I can try to point with my finger where the edges of this is on the middle of this four-way tile, and then same thing with this. Everything's kind of centered. That way you get full coverage, and you can just basically click and drag this. Like click and just drag, and that's a good way to do it. I like doing it with lights, but lights take up space. Anyway, we should actually be making a little bit of progress here. I have this turned way, way, way off. Like, you know, I don't need to make anywhere near this amount of this stuff anymore, like at all. So hopefully we can get some. What are we lacking? Oh, not like anything. So it's just slow. Why'd that stop? What happened? What happened here? What? Oh, I know why. Because the way I have this set up is I have a tank here so that these only run when this dips below 2,000. I have the same thing for this one, which is actually okay. But now our issues are accumulators. And why are we lacking accumulators? Because it's just slow. So here's where you almost... Where am I? I don't have any of my modules anymore. Where is everything? Where are all my modules? Where are all these? Oh, I have those. I do have to have some of these somewhere, don't I? Yeah, I do. And we got beacons. So here's where you would almost you'd want to beacon this. Even just a little bit, you want to beacon it, right? You want to go in here, you want to dump all of your productivity in. You can't use productivity in. You can only use productivity intermediate objects, items, which is also fine. So now we're producing at a faster rate, and we should actually upgrade this to one of these inserters. So I guess hindsight, you could craft things on this planet. These you can't. The electromagnetic thingerdings here, where are they at? I have them here somewhere. I don't know where they are. They're somewhere here. These you can craft these. You have to craft these here. So it's not, I guess something we could craft, because this is, like I said, this is gonna replace a lot of things. You want to do quality. You can make modules. You get productivity built into these anyway. There's a 50% built-in. Crafting speed of 2, module slot of 5. So you can really crank this out to produce. I mean, you can produce these. You can produce these things. Produce beacons. But you have to kind of look and say, well, green circuits and copper cable. No, we're not lacking that at all. Here we have a little bit of. Well, I don't have that much of holmium plate. We don't have that much extra. Accumulators and stuff. Yeah, we could do. Substations are always useful. Again, use copper cable. That's the problem. That's the problem. All these things use things. These actually use spoilage. What do these take? Tungsten carbide, which that we actually get on Volcanus. So this would be a good place to do. That's why I'm doing it now. But I should go back there and redo that build, by the way. And this you need what? Biter egg And then these you actually need what? Superconductors. So these could be made here. The superconductors, you need holmium plates. So the holmium is kind of a tricky thing, if you ask me. But that's okay, because I always say we're getting there. I want to not have this in here. I want to dump it in here and in here and then that and then you can just dump stuff in here. It doesn't really matter. There we go, because the bots will take the things if they're needed. So yeah, our issue now is this. So we ended up using way too many of these, but that's okay. It's okay, because we are making science, and now we're lacking these. And this is the hardest thing on this planet. This is my biggest issue. Now why are we lacking light oil? How are we lacking water? Honestly. Oh yeah, it's not hooked up to anything. Huh. Is that our problem this whole time? I really hope not, because that would be embarrassing. No, there's no way. There's no freaking way. The reason why this hasn't been working is because we don't have any power. Or we didn't have any water. Wow. Oh yeah, here by the way, I have a massive accumulator farm over here. I don't know how many are here. I don't know. Can I get some network information? It's not in the. They're not in the network, so I can't. I might be able to just connect these two together. That's the funny thing with these. These can reach to here, but they can't reach to there. Let's see. What do we have in the network? That's not going to tell us. Yeah, we have 1.3 thousand. So I don't know how many. Well, I guess I could do it like this. And I could do it like this and see how many I have. I have a lot. I have 956 plus some over here. I have well over 1,000. So guess what? We have no problem with power. We have 5.6 gigawatts of power, just sitting here along, and we're only not even using 100 megawatts. So yeah, we're perfectly fine on power, which is what I should have done in the beginning when we first landed here. But that's okay. Hey, we're learning, baby. We're learning, baby. So now we're producing science again. Yay, us! Look at that, science. So how much science do we have? I don't know. Where's it taking us? Oh, up here, because this is where we have a rocket silo. We also have this. We're bringing. Well, we have all this in here, by the way. Ooh, why is that not being? That should be dumped out into provider chests. What just happened? I literally just said we're fine on power. How did it just die? What the frick? So never mind what I said we're fine on power. I don't know what the deal that was. Yikes. That's a question I have. If you have more of these, does that give you a quicker charge? I don't know. So yeah, here we want to start dumping out all this. I'm not sure why. Like this is this is used as a provider chest. Not really sure why it's like that, but don't matter. There we go. Now let's unload some of this stuff. What I could do is just filter this out a little bit. To there. No, it's just going to do that. Yeah, that's fine. See, I don't know. So I said, yeah, we don't have any problems with power. Yeah, it looks like we do have problems with power. Wow. Beacons, man. But anyway, nonetheless, we are making science. We have a few thousand back on novice. But right now, I think I'm just gonna collect. There's nothing I really want to upgrade. Nothing I want to research yet. Like if you look at our tree, I mean, some of this stuff is productivity stuff, but it all uses pink science. Pink. This uses pink. This doesn't use pink, but this takes orange, which we could do some of this, but we have issues. You always have issues, but we're plugging along. Our goal is still to get to Aquilus or Aquilo, and I don't know what the end game is. I guess build a massive ship or something, or until we give up. And then we can do mining productivity. We could do all these things, right? And the thing is with these is this and this and this, not that, and this, and that one takes those things. I was gonna say most of these here we can do these infinites because these are just back on novice. 8,000. Like these are projectile damage of physical. I should actually do this while I'm here. That'll make our bullets more effective. But anyway, this is all the stuff we have to do on Gleba. And then we can start getting like another one of these and legendary. Eventually we're going to quality things. What is this? Rocket turret? Captivity? Like, I think Gleba is a really crazy one to start on. And then you have to get to cryogenic. And not only does that doesn't, I mean, it's a lot of infinite research. Rocket part productivity. Like, I don't, like, it's crazy. This science, what do you need for this? It probably needs to ice. So ice is not hard. Lithium plate. Let's just check. Let's just, for giggles. Where do you get this from? You used in. Where do you get it from? You use it in quantums, which these use basically stuff from everywhere. Tungsten from what kind of superconductors from here. These are guns and stuff, which I don't actually need because, well, I guess railgun you would need. What do you feed that? I don't know what you feed it, like as far as bullets. No idea. This is fluoroketone. This is biter spawner. This is foundation. Foundations are good. So I guess this just comes from, I don't know where it comes. I guess it just comes from somewhere. I don't know. That's kind of hot, cold. Where does hot come from? Generated by a fusion generator. What the frick? What does that use, though? This is so crazy, though. Generates this accepted fluid. Plasma. Where do you get plasma from? This is so nuts. Like, where do you get this stuff from? I mean, I have no idea. I'm just guessing at some of this stuff. And then lithium plate. That's unlocked. So you use. How do you make a lithium plate? This is not a recipe. Oh, is it not tell us because we didn't unlock it yet? Oh yeah, no. Here. Lithium is in the ground, I guess. No, homium plate. There we go. Lithium is just. I don't know, man. It's a lot of crazy stuff. A lot of crazy stuff. It's kind of over my head. But point being is I'm welcome to suggestions like how do you guys deal with like the overflow stuff? Like here we don't have as much anymore. It's starting to not back up as much. This looks like it's working. We're processing scrap again, which is a good thing. Here, power is really iffy. We almost need more of these, which I may put down a few more. Honestly, I may put down a few more because I think we could benefit from them. And, I just have the bots do it. We have some construction bots. Not tons, but we have some. Some and tons of fun. There. So the bots will do that, or I can just come over here and grab a bunch because we have a bunch in our thing. But anyway, I keep hitting Alt for some reason. I think it's my right thumb. I'm so, like, thumb happy, which is a stupid thing to say, but I am. Thumb happy. Thumb happy. All right, let's let my bots do it. They'll all light up really quickly because my bots are pretty quick. Are we lacking power? Now, I should set up some sort of backup power. I think I will. I actually have the wow, I started making them, the material that I need. Because we can just burn solid fuel. Oh yeah, speaking of burning things and using rockets here, yeah, these have to charge. That's kind of the issue. We're gonna run out of power right about now. Ooh, that's so crazy. So how long are we actually out of power for? That's 6 seconds. Wow. 15 is before until the sun comes up or the lightning storm starts. That's 15 seconds. Wow, I didn't realize we were at that low. So it's about 20 seconds, and then it spikes because of what? These are the lightning storms are coming in now. Okay. Anyway, power's not what I'm here to talk about. Yeah, here's coming in. Yeah, I guess the more you have the yeah, I guess it is the more you have. Lightning rod, 54, lightning collector. These are bigger. These are smaller. 20% efficiency. These are these are more efficient because that's why you use them instead of using the other ones, right? Huh? I can't make these because I don't have electrolytes. So we can make some more of these, which blah 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 blah. So stop putting here. So I guess it's good to have more of these. More the better, because then you can get a zap. See how this one's getting zapped? Power's going to here. Now our power's going up to 7.5 gigajoules. So now we're fully. No, we're not fully charged at all. Takes a long time to charge all this. And the thing is with solar panels are only 20% effective here. I mean, it's more than 0% effective, but it's still not the greatest. Yeah, this is not holding it. This is wow. This is the no. It is charged completely. Oh right, we're discharging less. This is your producing power here. So you're producing here from this. The rest, I don't know where any of these even are in this network. Do I have some down somewhere? Ah, it doesn't matter. Maybe because I had one down. But anyway, point being is we have LDS, we have processing units, we have fuel, and we have science. Now, I'm going to take you over here real quick because you may say, what happened to your other base? Well, I basically picked up and moved and reset on that side. Which, hindsight, we should have done that at the beginning because there's a lot more space. I started putting in some rails here. But then it's like, so I was going to ship everything over. I know that some of this is like, what are you doing, man? So this is our original island. I got rid of a lot of stuff. But look, I still have, look at all this plastic. I mean, I'm just keeping this because I'm assuming somewhere on some planet you need this stuff, right? But we're not anywhere near. We have solid fuel. We're making, we still have, what am I trying to do here? How much of this do we have? I guess we can make more of that. And this one here, we are doing the same thing. We're making rocket fuel, and we're just shipping it back here, infinite. And then here we got again tons of stone. These are backed up. Like we have all kinds of stuff here. We just don't need any of it. This is where I had my original science. If you remember, I got rid of that. These do connect for power poles, so we have tons of power here. And yeah, and I still have a lot of like you end up with so much like just stuff left over, like here, just random bits and bobs of just stuff. Oh, I also have mech armor. I think I had that last episode. Mech armor. You can't actually. Can you walk on the rails? No, you can't jump either. I'm trying to hit spacebar. I didn't realize it actually picks the feet up when you jump. Oh, it's because there's actually blasters in the feet. We might just hang out here until the storm passes. Well, actually, we can walk all the way. Because some of these, I keep saying on planets, some of these islands here, these have scrap. We can get across. We're just going here. And I can withstand 2 zaps, if that helps you at all. But here we are, back with powers. Good. Yeah, now we're slowly coming down. Yep, we're okay. And you know, if we end up dropping out a little bit, it's not a big deal. So it looks like we're actually back up and running power, because I think maybe the whole issue was this. No, because here the holmium solution is back to 0. Wah, wah, wah. So yeah, give me your guys' idea, like, or thoughts on like how do you deal with the, for one, how do you deal with, I mean, this is working okay. How do you deal with all the excess stuff without just putting it in tons of chests? And also, how do you go about the holmium ore? Because when you do scrap recycling, it's only a what? Let me see. What's the percent chance? It's only a 1% chance of getting holmium ore. I don't really know how to get that, increase it any more. I don't know. It says it's a rare resource that can only be found in Fulgora. Like I'm looking at the wiki. But as far as I know, it doesn't actually exist on the planet, does it? How do you search? Yeah, see, it doesn't actually, oops. It doesn't actually exist on the planet, right? Unless I'm way off here. If it would, that'd be awesome. But because the wiki's like, holmium ore is a rare resource that can only be found on Fulgora. It can be processed into holmium solution. It also has an extremely low chance to be extracted from scrap. I guess why it says it can be found. Whoops. Let's get away from this. Is because these like stalagmite dealios over here. Where are they? These little things that you can extract. Where are they? I guess maybe by this time people have spidertrons and just go crazy with stuff. I don't have any of that. We're just gonna go down here. I think we'll be okay. I can craft a couple lightning rods to protect me. Like over here. Look at this place. Look at the size of this island. I don't even see any of those things here. These are just like parts, but none of these are the ore that I want. They're found from, yeah, none of these things either. Yeah, nope. See, that's the thing, right? It's not found anywhere. Nowhere, nowhere, nowhere. Well, it's found on some things, but is there any found here? No, right? No, Like that's I don't know. Maybe I'm just lacking the knowledge for it. That's why I always say to you guys, hey, I'm always open to getting suggestions. Let's get back before I get freaking fried here. Like, I like this planet. The whole thing with the, what's the deal with this? Is that not protected? Oh, it's not. Let's just protect it. Like, the whole thing with the lightning, and that's how you get your power and blah, blah, blah. But, yeah, I don't know. But otherwise, this is working good now. It's actually working okay. We have a lot of resources. But you know what, guys? What we'll do is let's end it here. Oh, no. I wanted to show you guys two things. Well, a couple things. I set up my science making ship here, my white science or space science, and all it is a ship that makes science. That's all it is. So all we're doing is we're collecting carbon in this, and to make this you need ice, iron plate, and carbon. You get the iron plate from your furnaces here, and you have your carbon from doing this type of stuff. And I'm not even processing this the proper way. And you get ore from crushing this. And then basically we're just dumping. We have so much here. This is an easy set. You could make this a lot bigger if you wanted to, but this just sits here. Anything above novice doesn't get attacked. Like there's no meteors or no or what are they called? Meteors, asteroids, whatever they are. You don't get hit by them. You just have these little things. That's it. So that's good. We still have our original ship, which is defunct at this point. It doesn't do anything. We have our metallurgy science, which is our orange science setup. And this is a pretty good beast. I do run out of bullets sometimes. That's why I think I need to make this bigger, but we have it set up. I think this is a pretty good design. I'll give like a tutorial or an overview on this on a separate video. That's for some reason that's turned. I think it's because I was lacking it at some point. No, this is fine. And I have turrets set up. We're spewing everything because this is just sitting above novice right now, doing nothing. This is set. I don't know why that's there. I don't know why that's set there. Okay. Anyway, so like here, this is going to Volcanus, picking up belts, undergrounds, and splitters, and picking up 8,000 science. So we have endless amounts of science of this. And then it comes back here, and I always set this parameter to pick up jelly, because you can't find jelly on novice. So basically what it is is I can send this out. This was enough like stuff. It'll fill up. It'll get to Volcanus. It'll sit there until you have 8,000 science, which these stack to 1,000 apiece. So it's 8 rockets. We have 2 spaceships. So it's 4 up and backs plus all this. This takes a bit of time. This only stacks to 100. So it takes a bit of time. But that's why you have to have this stuff built up, what I want to do still on this is I want to start putting some in the hold here. This is set up that if there's over 200, it puts it back on the belt. But I want to have this set up, which I might do this now actually, is I want to, do I have any? I do have inserters, okay. This is going for what? If there's what? Oh, if there's less than 200 on the belt, it puts some on there. That's basically what this is doing. But see how we have excess here? And I'd like to do something with the excess, but you can't dump them in here. You can't put things into here. See, it doesn't work. You can't do that. It doesn't work, which kind of stinks, but I get it. So you have to dump it into here, but all my slots are full. This slot is not full. However, this slot is not going to get... Actually, I could do it here. Yeah, maybe it makes sense just to do it, because I just have to rewire this a little bit, because I want this to start. I want to be able to make more of this. So I think we're going to take this, connect it to this, and what we're going to do is we're going to grab ammo, just basic ammo, which is fine. If this is, meaning the inside is less than 1,000, we're gonna grab it. Okay, but we gotta obviously use a filter, because if you don't, that will give you, that's the bad news bears. There we go. Now the problem is that I don't know how many are actually on this belt right now. How do you determine that? If I hook this up to that, can I read it that way? So right now there's less than 200 on the belt. So what that means is this should start dumping some out. It's going to end up going in a cycle, though. Actually, I should do it. Is that right, though? This should actually be before this. Let's cut this. Put this here. There. That's fine. Because we're dumping some in here. Once this hits to 1,000, we're fine. This is dumping it back out because you want to keep a certain amount on the belt. Now, how do we... It looks like we're keeping a certain amount here. Now we're over 200. So now it's going to stop. And I don't know. It's just kind of odd when you're pulling from the belt, but also putting it back on. This is obviously slowing down now because we're only using one machine. Why is it going so fast? By the way, oh, it's because it's supposed to go fast. We have a lot of power. That's why. Most made 2,000 rounds and 2,000 rounds. Awesome. This is actually, 'cause I don't have any productivity modules or anything, but this is actually working pretty good. But as you see, one of the because it needs 4 iron per second. And this produces, this doesn't tell you, but this produces 0.62 iron, so 1.2, so just over that amount. So you can actually run 3 machines on this, which is fine. These are just going to basically counter each other. Well, right now, this is what? So this is putting it on if it's less than 200. This is going to fill this up. So we actually are going to gain some here a little bit. Not a lot, but you know what? This isn't going to do anything to the game. Like it's not ruining anything. But this is our transport ship. This is more for metallurgic science, and this is our Fulgora science. Same exact ship. This one has some other things on it that I was going to take to Fulgora. I should also do what I had here, so I can actually, if I take this, I should be able to do that and then go to here and just go like that, except I can't because that's not right. That's not right. You know, for this one, yeah, I want to cut and paste this one here, and then what I want to do is I want to grab, problem is, do we have one? We do have one. Okay, so I want to do this one. The condition here is I want to set this same condition. So if I shift right click, I should be able to shift left click. Ah, there we go. But I gotta put the wires to it, or it's not gonna do anything. And there we go. See? There. So it's gonna pull it if this is less than what? Less than 200. And this is gonna put back if there's less than 200 on the belt, this will put some back. If there's, well, this is gonna put up to, what did I say? Up to 200, right? So these are basically their sister ships. They're the same. This actually says 1,000, which is interesting. This should say less than 1,000. This one says less than 200. This should say, let's just do 500. I think 500 is going to be fine in a sense. I don't think we need to have 1,000. Yeah, this is fine. So anyway, the ships are the same. The Fulgora science ship is set up to go to Fulgora, but we don't have 1,000. We don't have a lot. That's the problem. We don't really need anything else there. We take this to dump off if needed. And then what's going to happen is this is going to come back to novice. It's going to wait. You can take this off, but we can run these right now. We can run this one to Fulgora. It's going to pick up what we pick up. Fulgora, how much science do we have? That is the question. Do we have 1,000? We have 8,000. 1,800, so we don't have quite that many, but that's okay. Metallurgic science, we don't need any of, but we can send that to Vulcanus, and it's going to pick up 8,000 cargo, and that's that. You can ride along with this one. I have 3 engines on this ship. Like this runs a lot smoother than my other ones did. They're long and sleek, or they're narrow and long. Yeah, long. I guess tall and narrow. We have plenty of power to get there. You have you start hitting the asteroids around, what, here? Once you get around, what, 5,000 kilometers away from novice as you start hitting your asteroids. But, I mean, even though this is basic ammo, like, it does perfectly fine. Because each shell has 10 charges to it. So This was out. It's not out because it just refills. That, I mean, again, we do have bullet speed. We have shooting speed is faster, and I don't know if you look at that damage dealt, 41,000. Holy jeez, this one I think is the highest so far. Oh, this is 153,000 damage. This machine's dealt. So freaking, that was 155,000. Yeah. And we're almost here. The thing is, going any faster, you would need stronger bullets. Because what would happen, actually we should probably be here as well. And here we're just going to dump all this cargo off. And here we're going to request 1,000. And then as soon as we get this on, it's going to shoot back. This one here is going to take a little bit longer because we don't have, see, so stack sizes, raw capacities are 25. So it'll bring, because you can request as much as you want, but it can only bring it in the stack size that you have it. So this is 25 at a shot. This is 25 at a shot. This is 50 at a shot. So you're here for a while. Here we have 13,000 science. But nonetheless, this is how you'd run your ships. So basically what I do now, kind of manually do them, it gives it time for this stuff to fill back up, which I mean, we're there anyway. It gives us time to get more ammo in the hold. Because we definitely, this one's on its way back already. How are we doing with ammo here? Let's see, ammo, what does it say? So that's the only thing with coming back too quickly is you run out of ammo, but it looks like we have a decent amount of ammunition. And the way I do it to do things manually is I just have it set up to when it gets home, it's going to pick up something that it can't pick up, and then it'll just sit there. So these are running the way, we run out of power when we're in the middle here, but it's fine because these will run without power. And we have, we're low on power, but it's just because that everything's running right now. But the ship's still going at a decent speed. We're running out of thruster. We have tons of water. We are producing a little bit, but as you see, you can slow down. But when you're in the middle of space, as long as you're past halfway, you're going to still get there. Because since we're getting closer, if we'd run out of power completely, plus remember, we're also within... not quite within, are we within 5,000 yet? Nah, yeah, I guess we are within 5,000. We should stop running out of asteroids. See how we run out of asteroids? There's no more. Because we're, I guess, maybe within 2,000 kilometers, 3,000 kilometers. You have none. I mean, there's none in front of us, right? I can go back a little bit more. I can go that far. Which is actually good, because we're actually out of ammo. We're out of ammo here. So you're running back to Novice. Yeah, there's no more here. And we're going to get there. Once you get so close, you will speed up. Because the gravitational pull will pull you in. See, now we stopped at Novice. The speed will slow down, and it just basically sits here. 252 tons. This is 248, because this one has... I'm not sure what the other one has. Well, I think the cargo, maybe. And that's that. And the science ship just is dormant now, because there's just so much freaking science everywhere. Yeah, that's basically it, guys. I know we're kind of way over time, like I always end with these. But what I'm going to do during the break, or between episodes, is I am going to... create a ship that can take us to Gleba, which I'm basically just going to modify and copy these ships. But what I want to do is before I go to Gleba is I want to pack on a whole bunch of stuff, belts and these and beacons and just basically everything I need. Because when I came to Fulgora in the beginning, I had nothing. I was like, oh my god, this is screwed. Take some, take circuits with, take batteries, just take ice, take everything with. Because I don't know about Fulgora and about Gleba, and I haven't researched it. All I do know is there's a lot of things. There's a lot of spoilage. There's all kinds of crazy stuff. But guys, we're gonna end it here. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm having fun. It's getting frustrating. I'm almost at the point, not at the point where it's like, man, I should have just done a 2.0 series and just really expand it. But the problem if you do that, you can't use any of the new machines to really ramp up production of things. Electromagnetic plants, your fusion reactors, your founders. You can't use that stuff with just the 2.0 update because that's part of the space age. But anyway, guys, hit that subscribe button, tick the bell notification icon for any future episodes. And as always, I'll catch you guys next time. I love the soundtrack, by the way. It's so eerie. Ooh, spooky. All right, bye.